guys, this is Miriam at High Life Auto. I am out doing a virtual test drive on a 2006 BMW X3. If you've never been on my virtual test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you what I see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic. This is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, this is meant to be a sneak peek into how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going along. So we'll take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and then we'll go for a drive. Pop the hood right here. Alright. And the sun's out today, so I can't really see a whole lot. But the body of the car is in excellent condition. I'm going to check the tires up here. These tires are probably about 40%. These back tires are almost new, probably 80% is what I would guess. We'll walk around the back. You can see a little bit, this rear windshield wiper arm is gone. Let's see if I know how to open the back of this. It might be locked. Let me go unlock it. Where's the unlock button? Sorry guys, I'm not super familiar with BMWs. I gotta try and find the unlock button. I bet that's it. Alright, while I'm here, we'll take a look at the back seat. It's in pretty decent condition. It's clean. Now we'll open this back door. There we go. Looks like you've got some stains or something back here, but it looks like it's all there. We'll continue our walk around. Again, looks like it's in good condition. No rust that I can see. I've got stuff in the front seat, but here's the front seat. Again, in pretty good condition. This has the sunroof up on top as well that goes over the whole car. Looks like you've got a little bit of maybe paint there. Okay, I don't know if you can see this or not. Looks like they hit something here and maybe got some paint off, so they did some touch-up with like a rattle can. Nothing that's super good, but I hadn't noticed it until now because I was looking closely. So, see if I can pop this hood. There we go. And we'll look underneath. And we'll go for a drive. And I've already driven this to the treasurer's office, and I've driven it around a little bit. The AC works. It's blowing good and cold because it is hot out today. The radio, it works. You can hear that work. It does have heated seats if you need those in the wintertime. You do have got lights on that. I'm not gonna put them on because that's crazy talk. Alright, and so you do have lights on that, so I assume they work. We'll check the windows. Passenger side window goes down. Rear passenger side window goes down. Rear driver's side window goes down. And the driver's side window goes down. You can see it's got the tint coming off right here, so you can either pull that off and redo it, or you can probably just seal that back up there. Not a super huge deal. And then here is the sunroof. Let you see that whole thing, and then I'm going to figure out how to open it. So it opens, see if I can turn you around. It opens pretty much the entire length. It's kind of like a convertible in here. I am going to shut that so I don't get glare on anything. Let's see. Alright, up here on the dash, we have 186,000 miles on it. We do have lights on there. You can see we've got an ABS light, a brake light, tire pressure light. That's my seatbelt light right there, that little person. Check engine light and a 4x4 light. I did take this down to O'Reilly's and have them pull the codes so that I kind of had an idea of what was going on. The 4x4 light, the ABS light, and the brake light are all linked together, and from what I can gather from the codes they pulled, and I'll post pictures of the codes too. It was like a 5463 code or something, and from what I understand, it's either a dirty transmission fluid in the the transfer case or the servo motor. If you know anything about cars, you'll know what that means. I don't know what that means. This is my Google research for you. So, and I kind of looked it up. They say you can replace just the gear on the servo motor, or you can replace the entire servo motor. I was looking it up on Amazon. It's only like a $97 part. And that, based on what the code says and what kind of O'Reilly's the guys talked to me about, they said that should take away your ABS light, your brake light, and your 4x4 light. That should take care of all of that. The check engine light is a misfire on cylinder 2, and later today or tomorrow, I may have a chance to kind of swap coils and see if it is, see if it's just a coil or if it's a plug or something like that. So check the description on this. I may have a better answer for you. That might, you know, if I swap coils and the misfire jumps, let's say I swap coils 2 and 4 and the misfire jumps to cylinder 4, then it's probably a bad coil. So then I can, you know, I can kind of gather a few things from that. I don't know if I'll have time to do that, so just after this video you can check the description and see if the description says anything. If I get anything done, it will be in the description. I did drive this one home from Burlington, which is probably about 20 miles away. We put it on the trailer from Mediapolis to Burlington because I was driving another car. The other car I was driving ended up having some issues, so we just swapped it out and I drove this one home. Long story short, anyways, I've driven it 20 miles, so plus just kind of driving it around town and doing all these video test drives and stuff like that. So it's probably got 40-50 miles on it, something like that. It does have an oil change sticker up here. Looks like it's due in October or at $189,474, which gives you about 2,500 miles. So the oil was just changed recently. That says a lot about previous ownership. When people have oil changed, it means they're taking care of the car. You know, sometimes we get cars in here that haven't had oil changed for 18,000 miles. And that's, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. Typically not as much on foreign cars because they're a little bit pickier. But, so oil change, that's a good sign. Brand new tires in the back, that's a good sign because nobody puts brand new tires on a junky car. That's kind of, you know, if I knew my car was junk, I wouldn't spend $400 or $500 on new tires for it. That's just me. So I am up to speed, shifts through all the gears. It's driving smoothly. I don't hear any suspension noise or anything. I'm going to turn off this radio. It distracts me a little bit. I don't hear any suspension noise. I do know every once in a while the airbag light comes on, and I looked up the codes on that, and it says passenger occupant restraint. It's something from what I understand, it's not reading whether or not there's a passenger in it to turn on the passenger airbag. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm kind of I do some Google searching, and that's kind of where I get my information. Some things I know just from being around cars for a while. But yeah, I think like every once in a while the airbag light comes on. It's not on right now. And right now the tire pressure light is on. I think I showed you that. But I don't know. I know the tires aren't low. I don't know. I know those lights come on at like 29 PSI when they're supposed to be at 35, something like that. So if it's a little bit low and I just don't notice it, it might be reading that. The other option is potentially the tire pressure sensors are not working. Sometimes when people replace tires, they don't put the sensors back in there, or they break off, or any number of things. So it all just kind of depends. I don't know if there are sensors in there. When I braked right there, I did have a little bit of a vibration. I'm going to see if I can repeat it. There wasn't any vibration or grinding in the brakes. It was like a misbalanced tire vibration. So I'm going to see if I can see. Yeah, it's a light vibration. There's a car behind me, so I don't really want to throw on my brakes a whole lot. You can just kind of feel it a little bit when you put on the brakes. It's a little vibration there. But other than that, not bad. Like I said, I don't hear any suspension noise or anything. I didn't check the tires on the passenger side too, so it's possible that there is a maybe the front tire. I know the rear tires seemed new, so maybe the front tire is a little bit not as good as the other one. But here I'm going 60. I'm gonna see if I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm gonna see if I can turn on the cruise. No, that's not it. Let's see. Different cars have different ways. Okay, I think I got it. I don't see any cruise indicator. Oh yeah, I do. Right there on the speedometer, it says a little green light. I am cruising at about 45, so the cruise does work. Yeah, it's just a slight vibration when you put on the brakes. Other than that, it seems like a pretty decent vehicle. It is going to take a little bit of repair. If you don't know anything about BMWs, I do not recommend you buy this car. It's a pretty car and it drives good and all of that, but BMWs, foreign cars in general, they take a little bit more knowledge. Repairs are typically a little bit more expensive just because they're foreign. You know, we live in a smaller town, so probably the closest BMW dealer, if you went to a dealer, would be probably Iowa City would be my guess. And granted, I don't know where you're coming from, where you live. You may have a BMW dealer next door. But it does run and drive fine. I think it would, I don't foresee any major issues, but it does have some repairs that need to be done. So just be aware of that and be aware that it is a BMW. So it's gonna take a little bit more knowledge, may not be a backyard mechanic type job. So if you want, I mean, bring a mechanic down. You're welcome to bring your own code reader. You're welcome to bring a mechanic. You're welcome to, you know, show this video to your mechanic, whatever, and see what they say. We want you to be comfortable. So, because it's hot today, like on every hot day, my phone just decides that it's too hot and it shuts off. So, I was doing a video test drive on the 06 BMW, and like I said, you're welcome to bring a mechanic down, any of that stuff. But if you have any questions, I can try and answer for you. You can shoot me a message on Facebook. Your best bet is to send me a text message. My phone number is 309-267-7200. I do have other people who manage my Facebook messages just because I get so many of them, and I have to devote some time to my family, so I don't get all of them done. But the best way to get a hold of me is my cell phone at 309-267-7200, and I'll try and answer any questions I have for you. As we speak, we are swapping coils on cylinder 2 to see what happens, to see if the misfire moves. So you can check with me, check the description, and we'll try and answer any questions you have. Thanks, guys.